If you have a folder on your computer right now full of automations that nobody has ever paid you a single dollar for, I need you to stay with me for the next 12 minutes because I think I know exactly why that folder exists. Anthropic released Claude Skills, and I've watched the entire AI space respond to it the same way they've responded to everything. 12,000 people posting screenshots of skills that they built for themselves. Almost nobody selling one. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the one move that separates people who make $300 for a skill from people who make $5,000 per month selling the exact same skill. It's not a better skill, it's not better prompting, it's something almost nobody in this space is doing, and it's the reason why I stopped charging per build. So if you want to learn how to build and sell these, how to actually make money with AI, join my school community of over 3,000 members doing that exact thing for real. The link is down below. And if you're a business owner and you just want this running in your business done for you, book a call with me. That link is down below too. Now let's dive in. First, let me tell you what a Claude skill actually is, because if you get this wrong, the rest of the video won't make sense. A skill is a folder, that's it. And inside that folder is a file that tells Claude how to do one specific job, the same way every single time. You write down the process once, the steps, the tone, the format, the edge cases, what to do if information is missing. And from that point on, Claude does that job your way instead of its way. It's not a chatbot, it's not an agent that runs around your computer unsupervised. It's the difference between hiring a new employee and handing them a blank notebook versus hiring them and handing them the exact playbook that your best person uses. A few days ago, Anthropic made this dramatically easier. So pay attention to this part because it changes the delivery side of your entire business. On July 21st, Anthropic shipped a feature in Claude Cowork called Record a Skill. It's in the Plus menu of the Claude desktop app, and it's on the Pro, Max, and Teams plans. So here's what it does. You hit record, you do the task on your screen the way you normally would, you talk out loud while you're doing it, explaining why you're clicking what you're clicking, what the rules are, what you do when something's weird, you stop the recording, and Claude turns that into a skill. You didn't write anything, you just did your job out loud. Anthropic's own example was filing an expense report, which is fine, but I want you to think about what that means for you as an AI service provider, because the hardest part of building a skill was never the technical part. It's the getting the knowledge out of somebody's head. You'd sit on a call with a business owner and ask, okay, walk me through how you write a quote. And they'd say, I don't know, I just do it. And that's the wall every single time. Now you don't have to get it out of their head. You put them on a screen share, you tell them to do the thing that they do every day and narrate it, and then you let Claude pull the process out of the recording. So 20 minutes of their time versus 3 discovery calls. And by the way, that's a completely different sales conversation. Give me 20 minutes of a screen recording and I'll hand you back a system is an easier yes than anything else that you've been pitching. And here's why skills matter more for local businesses than anybody else. A roofing company does not want new software. A dental office does not want another dashboard. They have never in their life said the words, I need a workflow. What they want is for the thing to be done. They want the reviews answered. They want the quote out the door before the customer calls the next guy. They want their front desk to stop drowning. And skills fit that perfectly. And almost nobody is selling them yet. So let me give you 8 that you can go sell. And I want you to actually pick one. Don't just watch this like it's Netflix. Pick one, because by the end of this video, you should know which businesses that you're calling tomorrow. Number 8 is the one in this space that nobody else is touching, and it's the highest ticket item on this entire list. Numbers 1 through 3 are what I call the pay me this week offers. Small scope, fast to deliver. The kind of thing that a business owner can say yes to without having to call a meeting. Number 1, review responses. You build a skill that reads every new Google review and drafts a reply in the owner's own voice, not the generic thank you for your feedback, we value your business garbage that every dentist in America is currently posting under their 1-star reviews. You feed the skill 6 or 7 of their real replies, their actual phrasing, and it writes them. Sell this to dentists, med spas, restaurants, auto shops, anybody whose Google rating is literally their storefront. $300 to $500 a month, and it takes you an afternoon to set it up. This is your foot in the door offer. Number 2, database reactivation. Every service business in your town has a CRM full of dead leads. People who got a quote in 2023 but never booked. People who bought once and then vanished. That list is just sitting there rotting. You build a skill that segments that list and writes a reactivation sequence in their voice, tied to whatever it is that they actually sell. HVAC, roofing, dental, gyms, med spas. And the reason why I love this one for beginners is that you don't have to explain AI to anybody. You just walk in and say, hey, you have 1,100 old leads just sitting in there. Let me wake up 2% of them. That's 22 customers. The math sells itself. And you never have to say the word automation once. Number 3 is quote and estimate generation. This is the one I would sell if I were starting from zero today. So a contractor goes out to a job site. He takes photos, he talks to the homeowner for 20 minutes, he drives home, and then that quote sits in his head for 3 days because writing it up is the part that he hates. Meanwhile, the homeowner has called 2 other guys, and one of them sent something over to him that night. So you build a skill that takes his voice memo from the truck and turns it into a formatted estimate with his line items, his pricing structure, and his terms. A 2-day turnaround becomes 2 minutes. In the trades, speed to lead is like the whole ball game. The fastest quote wins a shocking amount of the time. And every contractor already knows this about himself, which is why the sale is so easy. And this is the perfect one to record. Have him build a quote on screen while he talks. His markup logic, why he prices a 2-story different from a ranch, what he does when the homeowner asks for something that's not on the list. That's the skill. Okay, numbers 4 and 5 I call the front desk offers. And these two bundle together into one productized service that basically sells itself. Number 4 is intake triage. Claude reads every inbound form fill, every voicemail transcript, every contact request. It scores them, pulls out the details that matter, and routes the real ones to a human, while the tire kickers and the spam go somewhere else. Law firms, medical clinics, home services, anybody who gets 30 inquiries a week and knows that 6 of them are worth calling, but has no idea which 6 until somebody spends an hour on it. And if you're already building AI voice agents, this is the natural pairing. The voice agent answers, and the triage skill determines what happens next. Number 5 is onboarding packets. So a contract gets signed. Now somebody has to send the welcome email, build the checklist, put together the first 90-day document, and half the time that person forgets for 4 days, and then the client's first impression is silence. So this skill takes the signed agreement and produces the whole packet. So property managers, gyms, franchises, agencies. This one's boring, which is exactly why it's easy money. Boring problems have no competition. Now, numbers 6 through 8 are the big ones. They touch revenue directly, which means you can justify a completely different price. And when you're pricing, remember that a business will pay you for a cost saving, but they're gonna fight you on it. They'll pay almost anything for revenue. Number 6, local search content. Every service business needs location pages and Google Business Profile posts. And they all either don't do it, or they pay an agency $800 a month to do it badly. But here's the part that most people are still missing. It's not just Google anymore. Real people are asking Claude and ChatGPT and Perplexity, who's the best HVAC company in Fresno? And then getting an answer with like 3 to 5 names on it. And if the business isn't one of those 3 to 5 names, they don't exist in that conversation. A skill that produces consistent, location-specific, actually useful content is how they get named. I'd bundle this with a GEO offer and charge accordingly. Number 7 is proposals. And this is the one that I use in my own business, so I'll tell you exactly what it does. I dump my messy notes and transcript from a discovery call into it. Half sentences, things a client said, a rough number that I have in my head, and it comes back with a structured proposal. Problem definition, scope, timeline, investment, the whole thing in my voice and format. Now sell that to commercial cleaning companies, IT shops, staffing firms, anybody who bids B2B work. Their sales guy is currently spending 4 hours on every proposal and then sending them out 3 days late. You're not selling them a document generator. You're selling them the ability to respond same day, which is how they start winning bids that they used to lose. And number 8, this is the one that I told you about at the beginning, and honestly, I'm a little annoyed that more people aren't doing this. Government bid responses. Every state publishes procurement opportunities. California has Cal eProcure, and your state has an equivalent. There are construction companies, janitorial contractors, staffing agencies, and IT shops in your city who would love that work and never bid on it for one reason. The paperwork is brutal. 60-page RFPs, certification requirements, formatting rules that will get you disqualified over a margin. I built 2 skills for this. One monitors the postings and tracks matches against a business's keywords in a spreadsheet. The other takes a specific posting and drafts the response document with their company profile, their past performance, their capability statement mapped to that solicitation's requirements. This is a retainer, not a project, and a single one contract can be worth 6 figures to that business, which changes what your monthly fee looks like entirely. Nobody in the AI consulting space is selling this right now. Everybody is fighting over the same 5 chatbot offers. So here's the part that actually matters, because you could have all 8 of those dialed in and still be broke in 6 months. This is what I promised you at the beginning. Stop building a custom skill for every client. I watched people do this with N8N for 2 years, and it destroyed them and burnt them out. Every client got a bespoke build, and so every project had to start from zero. You're technically making decent money, but you're really just a very tired freelancer with better tools. So here's the way to think about it. A personal chef cooks one custom meal for one household every single night. If they want to make more money, they either charge that one family more or they work more nights. That's the ceiling, and it's a hard one. A caterer builds one menu and serves it 200 times. Same prep, same shopping list, same recipes that they could make in their sleep. And when something goes wrong at event number 40, they already know how to fix it because they've hit that problem before. So do the caterer thing. Pick one skill off this list. Pick one niche, not local businesses. That's not a niche. Pick roofing companies. Pick pediatric dental practices. Pick commercial cleaning companies with 10 to 50 employees. Then build that one skill for that one particular kind of business and sell that same skill 20 times. And now that recording is a thing, this compounds in ways that it didn't a few days ago. Client 1, you record their process and then build it. Client 2 is the same type of business, so you're not starting from zero. You're starting from a skill that already works. And the recording just tells you what's different about this one. Their pricing tiers, their software, the one weird thing that they do that nobody else does. The second install takes you a quarter of the time that the first one did. By the 5th one, you know their objections before they even say them. You know their software. You know what their week looks like. You could walk into a call and describe their Tuesday better than they can. That's when you stop pitching and start diagnosing. And diagnosing is what people pay 4 and 5 figures for. And your pricing changes too. The first roofing company might pay you $1,500 to set it up. But by the 6th one, you're not selling setup anymore. You're selling a system that already works for 5 of their competitors. And that's a monthly number. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Lindsay, this is great, but I don't have any clients. I've never sold anything. How am I supposed to walk in and diagnose somebody else's business when I've never done this? And I get it, because I had 0 clients too at one point. A year and a half ago, I was making $50,000 a year doing marketing for an insulation company. My boss kept bringing up ChatGPT and I had never used it, which I know is low-key embarrassing. I remember checking my bank account before I had to buy groceries. I remember lying there at 2 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling, doing the math in my head and wondering how many years I was going to be stuck at this dead-end job. And what got me out of that was not becoming a better builder. It was building one thing for one business and writing down what happened. My first real consulting client was a family farm, then a real estate lead gen company, then an accountant, then a business coach, one at a time. Within 9 months, I'd made over $100,000. $6,000 projects, $5,000 a month retainers. You don't need 20 clients. You need one. And you need to pay attention while you deliver it, because client 1 is where you learn what to say to client 2. And if you're sitting there telling yourself that you're not technical enough to build one of these, I want you to go open Claude Cowork tonight, hit record, and do something that you already do every week. Your own invoicing, your own client onboarding, whatever it is, talk through it while you do it. Then look at what comes out the other side, because that's your proof. That's a real skill built by you that you can screen record and send to a prospect and say, this took me 20 minutes. So that excuse just expired. So here's what I want you to do today. Pick one. 1, review responses. 2, database reactivation. 3, quote generation. 4, intake triage. 5, onboarding packets. 6, local search content. 7, proposals. And 8, government bids. Pick the one, pick the niche, and go find 5 businesses that fit it. Not to pitch, to ask questions. Ask them what part of their week they hate. If 3 out of the 5 say the same thing, you just found your offer, and you build the skill after that conversation, not before it. The tools got easy. Anthropic made it so that you don't even have to write the instructions anymore. You just do the job out loud and it gets written for you. The hard part was never the building, and it's definitely not the building now. The hard part is being the person who knows which problem is worth solving and can walk into a roofing company and say, I know exactly what you're Tuesday looks like. So if you want to learn how to build and sell these, how to actually make money with AI, join my School community of over 3,000 members doing that for real. And if you're a business owner and you just want this running in your business done for you, book a call with me. Both of those links are down below. And drop a comment, let me know which number you picked. I read them, and I'll tell you if I think it's the right one for your situation. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.